Well, I'm out here at the beautiful Egan Gardens, and I'm with Ellen Egan. And so, Ellen, today I think what we're going to do is talk about blooming shrubs, some which have already bloomed, some which are blooming now, and some blooming in the future. So let's jump right in. What have you got for us?
Well, blooming right now, we have an Escallonia. There are a number of different kinds, but this one, Pride of Donard, is particularly pretty. Shiny pink, they're evergreen.
Right.
And it's something different from rhodies and azaleas because
Right.
we see a lot of those. We love them. They grow well here, but we need a little something different sometimes.
And they do have a pretty long bloom time too.
Very
So they
long,
go on
yeah.
for weeks and weeks. Yeah, that's stunning. So Ellen, I love that plant, but this lime green foliage is stunning to me.
That is Annabelia. That's one of those that's still to come on the blooms. But while you're waiting for the flowers, it's got gorgeous
Right.
foliage. And it does keep most of its foliage most of the winter.
Wonderful.
And it's one of those bee-friendly plants. I mean, you see those in bloom and the bees are just
All over it.
swarming to
Yeah.
it. And they have a very long bloom season starting in mid to late summer and going way through the fall.
Well, and talking about plants with beautifully colored leaves, this dark leaf thing is breathtaking to me.
And isn't that great with it? And
Right.
they bloom at completely different times. This is one that's already done its blooming for the year. This is a Loropetalum, or Chinese fringe flower. I like Loropetalum better. It flows off the
It
top.
does.
And it has these rose-colored flowers that are like little fringes. I guess that's where
Yeah.
the fringe flower name comes from. Very early in the spring. But again, great foliage for interest even when it's not in bloom.
Right, so when it's not blooming, it still has some beautiful interest. Of course, I seem to recognize this. Tell me about it.
That is one of many hydrangeas. This is a Hydrangea paniculata. So hydrangeas are to summertime what rhododendrons and azaleas are to springtime. It's the
Wonderful,
flower
yeah.
that there's the most of, that everybody loves, the good old traditional ones. You see the big pink and blue mop heads,
Yeah,
as we
yeah,
call
yeah.
them. But there are other really cool hydrangeas too. Hydrangea paniculata, this one is called Fire and Ice, I guess because of the red stems, and then it's going to have the white flowers. There used to be just PG hydrangea.
hydrangea.
And they had the big poofy round white flowers, but a lot of breeders have done some really cool
have,
work
yeah.
with them, coming up with different colors. The colors that the flowers shade into as they fade are pretty instead of just being
Exactly.
ugly.
It really extends the beauty of the bloom with those changes that occur too.
Yeah, because those are not actually petals that fall off.
Right.
They're bracts that stay on and just kind of
add
keep changing.
to itself over and over again. Yeah, you're right about that. I recognize the Weigela, but talking about things that our industry has done to plants, they've come up with a lot of cool ones.
Yeah, big old-fashioned Weigelas are these big strappy leggy things, and you're cutting them back out of the driveway and off of the walkway. This is a very nice little one called, and where's its name? Checkmark Trilogy? What a name. Anyway, it's a beautiful pink flower and a nice compact plant.
Yeah, because they can get quite big, and the newer compact ones tend to stay smaller, so
Yeah.
that's a benefit of them.
They fit in the new small yards
That's right,
better.
that's right. And I see something tucked away on the other side of that Weigela, down low. What are you trying to get in there?
Oh, well, we'll call it a shrublet or a sub-shrub, but heathers are wonderful little things, and we tend to think of the English heathers that bloom in early spring or late winter.
Right.
I mean, some start in November and go through April.
Yeah.
But this is an Irish heather that blooms in May and June. Gets a little taller than the English heathers, has the pretty big bells. There's some really bright purple ones too.
Right, yeah, those are beautiful. And then, of course, speaking of summer passion of blooms, we've got to end with this one. Tell me about it.
Another hydrangea, Incredible, and it's got the biggest white
They
ball
really are
flowers.
huge, aren't they? They're
Yeah,
massive.
yeah. So you got to have an Incredible in your yard. I mean, even if it is a pretty big size plant, and you got to take something else out to put it in.
Right.
It's okay to change. You can change.
There's no shame in that, is there? Yeah, because once you see the bloom size of them, and they really do take your, it is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. So there you have it. You know, there's so many things, and gardening for us passionate gardens, it goes on all year long. So we, if you think I might need some blooming shrubs, come on out here to Ellen's Place, Egan Gardens, pick up some, and really make your bloom time last all season long. Thank you so much, Ellen.
Thank you, William.